Welcome to Boudoir Banter for August. So the team is here. For those of you who don't know who we are, I mean, you all should. If you're in our group, you should know who we are.
You've probably got an idea by now.
So Dave and I...
Yesterday.
Yeah, Dave and I are the owners, and I'm the, CEO. I'm just going to claim that title because I can. Dave is the photographer. He does all the photos. Nicole and myself are the pose directors. I like that title. Nicole is also our social media manager and also our associate photographer. So she wears like 3 hats. That's right, 3 hats.
Same time?
Many hats. Yeah.
That's all.
Sherie is our amazing studio manager who puts everything together and makes it just seamless. So that is us in a nutshell.
Just one hat?
Just one very giant big hat.
Just a big hat. So Nicole wears 3 hats. Sherie wears an oversized giant hat.
And what do you do?
Me?
I feel like
I'll wear a little hat.
Dave's also the retoucher. And I do
a very important hat.
Yes. So all combined, we are one.
All combined. We are Captain Planet.
I'm going to break out into song. We are one.
I was going to say, do you want to talk about Masquerade Ball?
Absolutely. So our Masquerade Ball is how long away? 2 months? 2 months.
Almost
just over 2 months.
Just over 2
yeah.
months.
So I believe we've only got 21 tickets left remaining until we are completely sold out. So if you would like to get your hands on a ticket, now is the time to do it. It's going to be an epic night. So we're all dressing up. Excuse me. I've got my dress. I'm sorted.
I've got my dress.
Yeah, okay. I've got my heels. I'm sorted.
Got my
Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to have that.
No. 6-inch heels. I'm going to be 6'6".
Oh gosh. Gosh.
Well, Mel and I are in 8-inch heels.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get 8-inch heels. 6'8".
Are you wearing 8-inch heels?
I am. Yeah. So I'm wearing my pole heels. So because I know I can walk in them as long as I'm holding on to someone.
Dave, you can't walk off all night.
No.
I'll just
That'll
stay.
be
I'll just stay at the bar. We'll be at the bar.
If you need me, you have to be my support. Okay. So no, I've been dancing in them a lot, so getting kind of used to them, which is really good. So yeah. We've got so 21 tickets left.
All the plans are coming together.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
I was on top of those.
She's like, Mel, it's
So
done
many
this. I'm like,
spreadsheets.
It's lots of all the bits and pieces being organised, and there's the entertainment for the night.
It's all organised.
Sort of activities and games and things going on. It's going to be eventful. It's going to be fun. And like, how often?
To win.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, the
Some
prizes.
prizes to win.
yeah, prizes.
I've got everything sorted except for one thing. Oh, 2 things, because one of them I can't do until closer to the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Ominous.
very
A little bit ominous.
yeah. But I have a list. Nicole's like, get this. I'm like, okay. I love our team, and we're all very plan orientated. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think
we
Nicole
all
is
are.
the planner. She plans everything to a T.
I know.
She reads spreadsheets. She loves spreadsheets.
I was going to say, I don't plan, I over-plan.
I do. Yeah. I kind of go with the flow and then go, okay, what do we need? Today's just like, here's the
I kind of get lost in communication because these guys will talk. There'll be like 100 thread conversation going on, and then I'll jump on and go, I don't know what's going on.
So,
Only 3 days to catch up on this.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to mention, kind of housekeeping-wise, before we get started as well, is Twilight is coming to an end. At the end of this this month, it'll be the last month we'll be doing for Twilight for this year. So anyone that is booked in for August will be getting Twilight. Afterwards, we will be moving on from it to other things. which will come out
We will be
soonish.
blowing out the candles.
Yes.
I'm going to be very
Yes,
sad
literally.
when Twilight goes away. Because I really like
Yeah.
Twilight. I really
Very
like it.
beautiful set.
Very. Now, what's Nicole and Sherie up to this month, end of this month?
Me
What do you
and
guys do?
Sherie, we're going places.
Yes.
You are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We are going to be heading to the Queen's Pole Open Day. Now, if you've been hanging around for a little while, you may know that I think
still
last
kicking.
year.
I know.
What'd you say?
Is she still
She's still
kicking?
kicking.
The Queen?
Queen's Open
Where
Day.
is she? The Queen?
Funny.
Dad joke.
No, so I think it was last year, maybe the year before, can't remember. You may have seen an interview that I did with the Queens of Pole team, and that was a lot of fun and everything. But this year we've decided to go and hang out at their open day. So that is on the 24th of August out in Ormo. And we'll be hanging out. There's a whole heap of different market stalls, a few different, I think, demonstrations and stuff going on. What was that?
It's a Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. Yes, Saturday, 8:30, I want to say. But yeah, Sherie and I will be hanging out there for the day. I've heard there's coffee, which is very exciting for me. And
me.
And you. And I will let you guys know that we will be running a competition, a giveaway on that day. It is exclusively for people who attend. So to be in the draw for this giveaway, you do need to attend the open day. So come say hi to us. If you've got questions, come and hang out with the Queen's team and the rest of the stalls. Come and have a chat to me and to Sherie, and we can talk all things boudoir and whatever else.
Answer any questions
while we're there.
Is that down at Ormo?
Yeah, Ormo. Yeah.
So it's not far. Not far at all.
Mm.
I have other plans that day.
It's your birthday.
All right, so let's talk on a bit more of a serious note. So Mum's cranky, yeah. Those of you who have seen my post yesterday about our cancellation and reschedules, I'm a little upset actually, to be honest. I didn't want to bring this up, but it's got to a stage that it's actually really affecting our business. So as you can see, there is 4 people employed here. Plus we have a team of hair and makeup artists. So if you cancel your shoot at the last second, guess who doesn't have work?
Yeah, there's no way we can fill a shoot in. Even when it's cancelled the week before or something, it is tricky to...
Yeah.
Like, think of like when you book a boudoir shoot in, most people want a little bit of a setup. They want a bit of time to prep and, not a lot of people are able just to go, bang, put me in tomorrow or put me in 3 days' time. Like, so it is difficult. On that note, obviously life happens. We totally understand that there are going to be circumstances that pop up.
Yeah.
And, if you're like, a family member's been in hospital and, big emergency or something like that, when it's not like, oh, yeah, I'll come in for a photo shoot.
No, they're not the circumstances we're talking about. We're talking about the people who ghost us, who book a session and then just blatantly ghost us, or book a session, confirm the week before, and then ghost us the day before when we want to confirm. Like, we have got so many processes in place. Both Sherie and I are emailing you, texting you, calling you, making sure that you are happy and you've got any questions, we're here to help. And if you don't give us, if you need to cancel or reschedule and you don't give us that notice, that actually really, really impacts our business. So
I think the important thing as well is a lot of the time I get the feeling as well when I'm talking to them, or if I check in with them like a 1 month out or 2 weeks out, those ones that do sort of end up maybe cancelling at last minute or ghosting, that they don't feel comfortable saying, oh, I can't make it, or no, well, I need to reschedule. You can always bring it up and say, hey, I need to reschedule, or this isn't going to work for me. We'd rather know sooner than later, so then we've got the time to rebook that spot. Much better for us. Don't feel guilty. Always just let us know.
Yeah.
But don't let those nerves trick you into that either. Like, it's totally natural for people to get nervous. put a lot of weight on their own shoulders. Like, I can't do this. I'm going to suck at it and all that. And for those negative thoughts to float through and sort of persuade you to go, oh, look at that, it's raining, I better not go and do the session. I might get cold and get sick, so I better not. Like, that sort of thing. Like, you're just looking for that convenient excuse, even though it's not really a good one. And, like, trust me, everyone gets nervous. Everyone overplays things in their head. And when they come through and do the shoot, they're perfectly fine. They always say, yeah, like, I don't know why I was so nervous. That was so easy. That was so awesome. It was so much fun. And just trust in that. Don't let that sort of thing be what convinces you to cancel or push it out, sort of thing.
If you have a look in the group, you'll see some featured posts. If you scroll through them, you'll see a heap of testimonials that will put your mind at ease. Like, we don't pay clients to put them up. They put them up on their own free will. So this is where we're at. So those nerves, don't worry about it. We've got you. You can see us right here. We are so casual, like professional, but casual.
I was going to say,
we do
just a little anecdote that I had from a recent session that I was in. Obviously, I've been doing the posing thing for just a little bit less than Mel, just a little bit. But I had a beautiful moment, and it really like solidified, like, even more so for me, that it's such a comfortable environment, and that I'm not just saying that to people. It is actually that, because I was talking to one of the clients, and we were at like the nude part of the session, because she'd opted to go full nude, and we were chatting and like kind of back and forth and stuff, and she literally said, like, half out of nowhere, that she was like, it's so strange to me that I'm so comfortable just chatting away from, like, with you completely nude in the middle. Like, I thought I'd be more worried about this, but I kind of forgot I was nude, and I was like,
that's when you know that, like, we've done everything right, and it's just completely safe and comfortable.
Very comfortable, very safe. So yeah, that's my little rant. If you need to reschedule for any reason, please give us as much notice as possible. And emergencies are fine. Please don't come if you've got like gastro. Then don't come in.
I don't think you'd want to do a session if you
please don't do
that.
But legitimate reasons like emergencies or something has happened that you can't make it, that is fine. That they're not what we're talking about. We're talking about the ghosting. We're talking about the last minute cancellations for silly reasons.
Like, my dog didn't eat dinner last night, and I'm worried it might be hungry. Like, it's just, I'm just thinking randomly off the top of my head here, but yeah, you know when it's a bit sort of like, okay, that's not really a good reason. And it's, I also just thought this was a good talking point. Like I'd love for people to start talking about this kind of thing, because I think cancellations are a part of life. They've always have been. We go through life with a lot of things that are sort of booked in for schedules, because that's how everything works. And things do pop up, things do change. You know, it can even be things like you've organised to go to the movies with your friends, and then like a few days out, you're kind of like, something's come up, I can't make it. That's called cancelling. It's a part of life. And I just think I don't know why, but it seems to be really trending at the moment. It seems to be like everywhere. A lot of businesses are getting hit hard with a massive influx of cancellations. And I just think it's a good talking point to put out there to basically remind people to treat it seriously, because it is hurting businesses, whether it be your hair salons, whether it be your lash techs or your nail technicians, or even honestly, the only ones it's not affecting, probably doctors. They like triple book. We know. But anyone that does appointment-based stuff, anyone that does like not high volume stuff, so you don't have 50 people on your books that day, you have one or two. Any kind of cancellations are going to affect that kind of a business. And if the business is affected, the operators or the owners of the business, especially if it's a small business, are affected. The employees of that business are affected, because imagine that business just goes through the dust. I've seen a lot of businesses close down over the last year or two. Some because of the whole COVID thing, some maybe not. But you think of the employees that work for those businesses. You think, well, they're out of jobs now.
Mhm.
And how did that business get there? Probably from situations like this, where the numbers just went skyrocketing down and they couldn't recover. And I just think, let's make this a talking point where all we're gonna do is say treat cancellations a little bit more seriously, because they do have an effect on what you're canceling.
I just want to bring up as well, Pippa made a comment too, and she said, I think the other thing is that people freak out about the cost. I know when selecting, there was no pressure at all.
No, none whatsoever.
Yeah.
I had a client recently who, Sherie, you can probably tell this story.
So did a shoot with some lovely people recently, and I spoke to them afterwards, and their feedback was the experience was not only phenomenal, like it was an amazing experience for them, but it was really good for them to see that Mel and Dave and Nicole, I don't know if you were there for this one, I'm not sure, but really know their stuff. And when in the ordering appointment, they didn't feel any pressure, which was important, but also, I think in his words were, it was nice to see, and they really valued Mel's opinion when helping to choose the images if they wanted the help. Mel was sort of, they'd choose the image and Mel would be sort of sitting there smiling like, yeah, I would have chosen that one too. Or if not, and they're struggling to choose between the different ones, Mel's there to guide them and say, well, if you want my help, like I would probably choose this one over this one, and this is why. Is that what you were referring to? Yeah.
So there's no pressure. I'm there to guide you with what images that you want. If you say you don't like any of them, I will be very sad, because I want you to like them. But I'm not going to pressure you one way or the other. So.
Yeah. In actual fact, he wanted you to choose one.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wanted you to choose one for him.
Joe said it's tough with the cost of living too, but if you're going to book a session, it's a commitment. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why we're sort of really transparent and upfront with everything on the consultation calls with Sherie. It's like, this is like the price ranges of everything. This is what most people will spend. This is
you actually get the list of that
so that you kind of know what you're in for. So we don't want you rocking up going like, I have no clue how much anything costs, and like, oh, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be good for you. That's not going to be good for us.
No.
So we make sure that all that's out on the table. We make sure there's no pressure on the whole sales end. Like,
that's the thing. People, I think it comes down to people will book if they want to book.
Yeah.
People will do it when they're ready to do it. So you want to have a chat with me, I'll tell you everything that you need to know. I'll answer all your questions. And if you want to book, you can book. If you're not ready, you book when you are ready.
There's always going to be that question at the end. Sherie would be crazy not to give you all the information and just go, okay, then see ya.
Yeah. So there you go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
but it is just a question. It is just like, would you like to? It's like a yes or no. Like,
yeah.
And then if you're like, yeah, look, leave it with me, whatever, he's like, no problem. Like, there's no steak knives to come.
Nope.
So it sucks if you're looking for steak knives. We don't have any.
Sorry.
So just wrapping up that, cancellations and reschedules are hurting us.
Is that what we were talking about?
That's what
we went on a tangent then, didn't we?
Nicole, what's your favourite pose?
My favourite pose?
Yeah.
Oh, my favourite pose. Probably. Can I say two?
Sure.
Okay. Mine are probably two back archy ones.
Yeah.
One of them is probably the one that we refer to as the yoga pose that I call the dolphin dive.
I've still yet to see a dolphin dive like that, but okay.
Sexy
I
dolphin.
learned it from dance and it's stuck. I apologise.
So that's the butt in the air one.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was that?
That's the butt in the air one.
Yes, the butt in the air one. Great booty shot. We like. Well, I like the booty shots.
Yeah.
And the other one is probably the other back arch one on the bed, which is
On the
our
bed.
expert mode, where you're lying on the bed trying to get the arch from like the butt to the top of the head.
Yeah.
Because without fail, I'd say pretty much every session that I've been in, someone's been like, okay, sure, I can't do that, but I'll try it. And then Dave will show them the photo and they'll be like, there's a gap. It's like, yeah, you can do it. That's right.
Yeah. I love
So they're
that.
probably two of my
Every
favorites.
time you see him set up into it, and you're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
what do you mean you can't do this?"
Yeah.
You lied.
I think my favorite would have to be standing at the brown wall. Again, it's a butt shot. Hands on the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. In black and
Oh,
white.
that's nice.
I love that in black and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I like the close up too because it reminds me of like a book cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
you got
Mine,
So what was that as an
I'm gonna
album
take a
cover?
pick of two and say one is not one that happens a lot because it requires a cowboy hat. So it's on the bed with the hat covering and the arms up.
Yes.
Just
One of
love
my
that.
favorites. Yeah.
And I'm going old school on this. It's one we haven't done for a while because Twilight's been in and we haven't run the couch set. Or Twilight has been in. It is on the floor, kind of knelt over the lounge, arching down.
It's another butt
It's a
shot.
butt shot.
Another butt shot.
It's from a slight higher angle. It's just, yeah,
So
it's a great shot.
we here at Angel Eyes like butts.
There we go.
We can make anyone's butt look amazing.
When you arrive and you've got your lingerie, one of the first things we'll do is we'll say, like, put your lingerie on the thing because we can do a bit of a plan up. You'll go sit in hair and makeup and get dolled up, and we'll be doing a bit of a plan of what outfits, what sets. And one thing you might hear us say is pick up a bit of lingerie and look at it and go, yep, that's got a good butt. Because some sets are more prominent on having like butt shots in it. So it needs lingerie that's going to show a bit of ass cheek.
Yeah. Sherie, have you got one?
Well, I don't know the poses as well as you guys because it's just not
do
my
it.
area.
Just do the pose.
Well, hang on. Let me just take my clothes off. Actually, it's one of Nicole's. Nicole's going to think I've got a crush on her because I keep referring to her photos, and I just love her images. There's one in particular where she's kind of sitting sideways on. I don't know what you're sitting on. Is it like
the
purple chase? Yeah.
And she's got like her sort of both legs sort of stretched out, one a little bit further than the other, and her legs look a million miles long.
They're not.
Really like. See what we can do.
If you could take one prop from any movie set, what would it be?
I was going to say,
I just stumped Sherie.
What are you going to do with a? What are you going to do with a ratty old volleyball?
came to my head.
What did she say?
Wilson.
Wilson, the volleyball,
Oh.
passed away.
No, it would have to be something from Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. Maybe the rum.
What? A jar of dirt.
Yeah.
I got you.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
Oh, what is that?
Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. Mine, can I say Rick from The Walking Dead? Can he be a prop?
Can he be a prop?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh,
We've had some interesting props come in. Why not?
We have.
See, I am a sucker for props. I say this all the time. I think everyone knows it about me, even if they don't know me. I love them. Also, if you're in the comments, comment what prop you would take as well.
Give us some ideas.
Yeah, give us ideas
Okay.
for props. But
Shout oven going off.
I have thought about this quite a lot, more than I probably should have. And it is the crystal balls from the movie Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, that's a cool
Not
one.
Pan's Labyrinth, the one with David Bowie.
Yeah, the one with the
Original.
original, the proper one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's epic. Iconic movie. Yeah.
Love it.
Never seen it.
Actually, I did see those. Wait, what?
Never seen it.
Oh, Tom Cruise's jacket from Top Gun. Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Agree. But we're not getting past this. We're doing a movie night.
Okay.
You need to see Labyrinth.
Have you not seen the Labyrinth? Oh
No.
my god.
I lived a
It's-
very sheltered childhood and teenagehood.
It's weird though.
It's
It's
gonna
very
be
weird.
weird because it's not just weird, but it's also from the 80s.
And
Yeah.
it's like,
So you're in for some bad
Yeah.
CGI
I don't think I could.
costume stuff.
it's like, yeah, just know that there's David Bowie and there's like, basically like, instead of animation, it's puppetry.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
It's strange and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cherie, this is aimed at you.
Oh, okay.
The most common reason you hear as to why people feel they can't do a boudoir session.
Do you know what? Probably where I'm not quite ready when I lose some weight, or when the timing is right, when its timing is perfect, but it's never going to be perfect.
Gonna be. No. No.
That's yeah, and I think people, a lot of people I speak to that they might not book then, and then I guess they're more exposed to it. Like when you sort of discover something, and then you see it everywhere, you're exposed to it everywhere, and then it's on their mind more, and then I think they realize they slowly come around to it that actually, yeah, what am I waiting for? There's no perfect time.
Yep.
And then they end up booking months later because they realize that nothing has to be perfect.
Yeah.
There's no ideal weight, there's no perfect weight, shape, size, body type.
And we
Just
can
be
work
yourself.
without Photoshop, we can work magic with the camera. Dave can work magic with the camera. Angles are my forte and Nicole's forte.
No, posing.
Posing.
I do the angles because I got the camera.
True.
You do the posing.
And
those combined.
lighting.
Yeah.
As I say to people, angles and lighting are your best friend.
Yes. And Pip just said, and you make butts look amazing.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Yes, we do.
We like big butts and we don't lie.
on butts make
Talking about Photoshop, we don't do a lot of Photoshop like manipulation in that way. We do a lot of like skin smoothing, wrinkles, take those out. Blemishes, bruises, tattoos take out if you don't want those things, but we're not going to change your body shape.
No, the manipulation we mostly do in Photoshop would be like where lingerie, like you do your straps up tight, especially if you're heavier chested, you'll have the straps tight and those straps cut in. And if you've got a strappy lingerie, then there's lots of strappy bits cutting in. And so you'll get like a lot of those like skin bulging out sort of areas where the straps are cutting in. So we'll manipulate little bits like that so it's not as obvious or
just
so if you're a size 14, I'm not making you a size 6.
We're not going to do Kim Kardashian or something? There was a photo where she's like clearly photoshopped it, and it was the door in the background where like that sort of thing. Like we're not gonna like do that. It's minimal.
That's what I said, people. We soften and enhance your images. We don't make you someone else.
Yeah, but what you're saying before, Cherie, is like what I love, like when it sort of clicks, is like in their head they'll have these imperfections. Whether it's I've got to lose some more weight, or I've got to do something with, I've got acne, or my skin's yuck, or something, or like wait till my hair's longer. Like it's all sort of like, again, the weight we put on our own shoulders, and like everyone else in the world will be like, what are you talking about? But you sort of see things in yourself and you sort of like pick at things. And when they come through and do the photo shoot, they realize that even with those imperfections that they hold to themselves, they see themselves and go like, holy shit, like those things don't matter because this is me. And
it's the whole
don't
thing.
wait a year or two to tick off some like little goals of imperfections that you're trying to fix because you think that's going to make you look good in the photos. You're going to look good regardless. So,
and it comes around to the whole idea of like when people see images, and I've talked about it before, but that was a big thing for me with my like self-confidence and my like body positivity, was being able to view my body in an external sense to how I just think about myself and how I look in the mirror, and having, in this case, images like boudoir images, and being like, this is me in my either completely or mostly stripped down form, and I'm viewing myself and being like, holy shit, like I look amazing. Is such a mind change, like a mindset change that is so healthy to with. And you know, it's not just boudoir, but boudoir is something that does that.
I say to people as well, because we're so I think women in particular are so negative and so harsh on ourselves. We look in the mirror and we pick ourselves apart. But I think what something like this does is allows you to see yourself in other people's eyes, like how they see you. Because I mean, it's saying you look at other people and what they're worried about, it wouldn't even come to your mind, or you wouldn't even consider it or think of it as an issue or a fault, or but we're so hard on ourselves. So then they see the images and they're like, oh, okay, wow. Like I see what other people see in me.
And that is the best part of my job, when I get to show the clients the images. And it's like, because we do same day order, we put a quick filter on to give you an idea of what the softening is going to look like. And they get to basically see it straight out of the camera. Like, this is them. Like, we haven't done any
there's no time
retouching at
for
all.
touch-ups.
No, it's like, this is you. And I love that about how that we can do the same day, because I think it actually creates a little bit more self-confidence as well when clients actually see it.
So, there's no like, oh, well, have they touched this up? Have they done that? Is that why I look so good? No, it's just you.
We haven't had time to. It's like literally half an hour.
So, Joe's just said as well, she said, love yourself as you are. We will never be perfect. Exactly.
100%.
And no one else will ever be
your
you.
imperfections are your perfections.
I think one of my favorite quotes is your uniqueness is your magic.
I love that. And I am enough. I love that.
We're most often behind the camera. What's your favorite part about being in front of the camera, personally?
Well, we've just had a shoot, so we know this. So Dave and I actually travelled to a friend in Hervey Bay for our 20th wedding anniversary and got our own boudoir shoot done. So I didn't put a lot on Facebook because my parents are on Facebook and some of them were a little bit raunchy. But for me, I think it was more the feeling of being free, if that makes sense, of just being in the moment for me. That was,
no judgments. No inhibitions, no insecurities. You know what I like about that though is I love the fact that you guys own your own boudoir photography business, and that you value what you do so much, even all these years later, that you go and pay to have your own boudoir shoot done, because that's how much you value and believe in what you do. I think that speaks volumes.
I'm like when I hired her, I said there was no discounts. It was like, this is what I'm getting. This is what I want. How much? And she's like, all right, done.
We want the experience, not the thing.
So we couldn't shoot ourselves, so we needed to hire someone to do it.
Hard to do. But it's also everyone's different too, and like as photographers, like your style, your setup, your everything you're going. So even like if we could shoot ourselves, sometimes you're like, I want the set she's doing. I want that stuff. So
Well, I was wearing my wedding dress. Like, we created this to be like, destroy the wedding dress.
It was a trash dress.
It was like colourful. It was great. And then we had lingerie as well. So yes.
And they're so pretty as well. It's funny for me because I feel the same, kind of, but not in the exact same way. I think I'm a little bit strange though, in the fact that, so I, and some of you may know, the way that I actually knew Mel before I even started here was through pole. And I love dance, I love doing pole and all that sort of stuff. I really love performing as well. Preface, not an actor at all, will never be. But I really like the performance side of things and doing like the showcases and like almost putting on an alter ego a little bit, where like if I'm on stage, I'm just like, this is a version of me. And I feel kind of the same in front of a camera as well, where I'm like, this is me and it is my authentic self, but it is a slightly separate version of me, which, don't ask me where it comes from, but I get real confident. I usually get like a little bit sassy.
She
Not
does.
like that on the day today, but like that's like transformative for me each time. So that's why I like being in front of the camera. Well, Dave's gone. Girls chat. What's your favorite style of lingerie?
Bodysuits. Away. Go away. He was standing right there when you said that. I love bodysuits.
Like a naughty kid.
Yes. Go away. I love bodysuits because for me, I've got the whole mum tum, and I love that it sort of sucks me in a little bit and makes me more confident. Yeah. Like I like wearing high-waisted undies and high-waisted pants.
I like the high-waisted pants too. I really like strappy things, like with lots of like, you know, the ones you get that have like the extra sort of strap V. I don't know how to describe it. So you've got like the bra and then you've got the extra strap that you show, you're meant to show.
Yeah.
Or the very like strappy garters as well. Like, I like those.
Yeah. What about you, Nicole?
I'd have to agree. I used to be like almost exclusively, even like before boudoir and doing pole, used to be like high-waisted anything, like two-piece but high-waisted. I also really like the strappy stuff, and anything that has like chains and stuff on it as well.
Yeah. And the bling.
Yeah. I like bling. I'm like a magpie. It's like, ooh, shiny. But like I used to hate bodysuits. I used to be absolutely against them till I started working here, and then I started seeing more of them, and then I started buying some of them, and now I think I actually prefer bodysuits because it's the same where I'm like I'm self-conscious of like my lower stomach. It covers that, but it's still kind of body contouring and still gives you like a nice shape, but you feel more covered up. So
I love to try a bodysuit.
Yeah, I used to be so against them. Now I'm just like, yep, this is my default.
But there's so many.
I like high neck ones as well.
Ooh,
Yes, I love the whole time. There's so many different styles of bodysuits as well. Like you can have like the real high cut ones. You can have like more of a full coverage, and then you got the cheeky butt showing as well. So I love bodysuits that have the lace at the back of them where it shows the big butt. To recap, in regards to cancellations and reschedules, if for any reason you need to reschedule, you please give us as much notice as possible. Don't let those nerves get in the way. We will 100% catch you. You will not fall.
Nerves are normal. Don't forget.
Please don't leave it to the day before. That does not help us. Okay.
Just think on it seriously. Like, make sure it is absolutely.
Is it necessary?
You have to do that. So.
Masquerade Ball tickets. We've got 21 left.
If you haven't got one,
we've got 2 months and a few days before. 2 months and 6 days. There we go. It's on the 12th of October at the Surfers Paradise Golf Club, and starts at, I'm going to say 6. Yeah.
Keep an eye out in the group as we get to the end of the month as well. Like we said, we have new things coming, one of which you guys will get access to first before the rest of the public does. So keep an eye on the group because that'll be coming to you before anybody else.
Yes. And then we've got Sherie and Nicole heading out to Queen's Open Day, Queen's of Pole Open Day on the 24th of August. I'm sure we will be making a appearance because we have the big car to pack it all up. So we'll be there.
Yes.
True.
One way or another, we'll be there. Have a fantastic rest of your night, everyone, and we will catch you when we catch you. Any questions, let us know.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in.